that the cares of this world can bring about a broken spirit. And when we have experienced brokenness, brokenness will bring about an uncertain confusion in our lives. And it's interesting the fact that brokenness that we have given, the medical community have given brokenness names. They call brokenness mental condition. They have all kinds of names for brokenness. But how many know when you're broke, you're just broke? When you're down, you're just down. And they carry it on very loosely nowadays because it amazes me, since we're here anyway, that the other Texas and the other day in Buffalo, that there were white gunmen. And they, some kind of way, couldn't handle their brokenness. So they decided to take guns and go shoot people and kill them, no doubt out of their brokenness. But I want to tell you, after the aftermath of their brokenness, the first thing that the media wants to tell us is that they are suffering from a mental condition. But I have to differ today, y'all. And I know medical science does their research, but I want to tell you that those men are suffering from brokenness. Because anytime you can go and think out and plan out a situation, go and do your homework,
Come on now, preacher.
know what kind of gun to buy, know what kind of bullets to buy, know where to go, who to shoot, and distinguish from others. You're not dealing with a mental condition, but you're dealing with brokenness. And in fact, the media does not want to really call it what it is. They call it a mental condition, but the real thing is that they have been infested with demons. But if the media call it demons, then they know they got to go to the Bible for solution. And how many know that not only do we have broken situations in our lives, but if you look around, our world is broken. Our world is broken. Never ever in our lives have we been in the situation that we're in now. None of us have never seen $7 a gallon gas. None of us have never seen the turmoil that we see in Russia. None of us have ever seen the turmoil that we see in our inner city communities. None of us have ever seen the corruption and the turmoil that we see on our political stage. And I want to tell you, not only are we living in broken times, but we're living in a broken world. And to top it all off, this may hurt a little bit here, y'all, but how many know the truth is good for you? Do we have broken people and living in a broken world? Our churches are broken. What are you talking about? Our churches are broken where you can find more foolishness than you find love. Our churches are broken when you can find the same folk that's going through the same thing, but some can look down on others. Our church, boy, y'all may as well get with me today. Our church broken when Willie the Wino does come in our church, that we want to diminish him to a corner seat, but he should be up front on the front seat. Our churches are broken when we got our own favorite, let me help here, favorite general ideal seats where we sit. How many know ain't nobody got no seat in the church? If you think I'm lying, you die tomorrow. Somebody else gonna get your seat. We gonna fry some chicken leg quarters and drink some Kool-Aid and eat some light bread and continue to have church. I wish I had somebody to help me. is in church. But we're so broken that when we see them come in church, we're trying to critique sinners into systematic Christians. It is now, and I'm so glad that Deep called me and told me we can dress any kind of way we want to. That lets me know that this church is on the right path. But you see, I know it's not this church, those churches that inspect you when you come in. Her dress too short. Her hair is colored a different way. But I want to tell you that you should be glad she came in with a short dress. In fact, maybe more our kids will come to church if we let them come inside. But we want them. But here, let me get to the text. He goes, but while he yet spake these things, Jesus preaching unto the multitude and his disciples and the Pharisees, behold, there came a certain ruler. Now, here, behold, a certain ruler, and this ruler was a ruler of the Jewish synagogue. And when he came, he came to Jesus, and we see in the next verse the problem or the reason he came is that he came first to worship. How many know that if you're going to get beyond your brokenness before you even ask Jesus for anything, that you must first learn how to worship? What worship says is, before I ask him or tell him anything about my problem, let me tell him first about how good he is. Y'all better hear me here. And I come to tell you that before you give Jesus your Christmas list on the 11th of April, when you approach his throne, the first thing you need to learn how to do, regardless of your situation, is tell God how good he is. I wish I had a few in here. Because how many know your situation may be bad, but I believe if you can worship before you tell him what's wrong, what you're telling him is that, Lord, you are still good. See, how many know that only the real Christians that have been in the Lord for a while can worship him before he does anything? Let me make it plain here. How many know that it's easy to shout when you catch the number straight? Can I be real up in here? It's easy to shout when your cupboards are full of food. It's easy to shout when your kids are all doing the right thing. But I wonder, is there anybody here that can shout before God even works it out? That you can shout even before the miracle occurred, that you're saying, Lord, I put my miracle in the layaway, and you ain't got to worry about me praising him after you do it, because I learned that if I praise him before he done it. See, everybody can't shout before it fall out. Y'all will get that on the way home. And I come to tell you, if you can't shout before, you certainly not go shout after. But I don't know about you, here it is. This man, I feel good today too, y'all. Somebody bring me some water. But he worships before he tells him his problem. So he has a problem, and the problem that he tells him after his worship, he goes down in the correct position, he gets down on his knees, and he worships God with a problem. And the problem is that his daughter is at the crib sick. And I'm going to know this is a big problem when you love your children and your children are sick. And you got to remember how, let me go here, how many things that had to transpire for him to get to this point, because you got to remember, he is a total keeper of the law. Okay? And so everyone that knows Jesus Not only is Jesus a keeper of the law, but he's also a law defier. So because Jesus didn't totally keep their religion and their ways, they always had him under suspect. And for